Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, ATL By Night. Chapter 3, Paved with Good Intentions. Let's welcome back our vampires.
My name is Leona Rohr, and I'll be playing Tomasina Elena Cuesta.
Zachary Vaudo playing Anton Krovopolskov.
I'm Renee Cooper. I'm playing Hexadecimal.
Brittany Trambauer-Smith playing Melisonda.
My name is Tyler Sutherland, playing Aaron Ulrich.
And I'm Ian E. Muller, playing Jackson.
And I'm your storyteller, Ellie Collins. As always, a huge thank you to the Neighborhood Studio for giving us our home here. And tonight, much like episode 1, there is an extra content warning for medical horror. So, now let's sit back and relax, and let's tell a vampire story. When last we saw our kindred, after having found themselves trapped in a Second Inquisition facility known as Ignatius Pharmaceuticals, a place doing far more than prepping to kill vampires, they're studying them, experimenting on them, and creating their own serums to create super soldiers capable of standing toe-to-toe even with the best elders that Atlanta has to offer. With a little help from their friends from Pentex. Aaron, who had been taken earlier in the night, was found half-starved, looking very rough in an experimentation room. And while the rest of the group hides out in Alejandro's bedroom, an alarm has gone off, notifying the entire building that there is an intruder. People have begun to move outside the room, causing quite a stir and a fuss. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm immediately, since I was standing next to it, just putting my back against the door.
Barricading the door?
With myself, yes.
Okay.
We need to go.
Can't lock the door because they're going to know there's somebody in here.
Hex, do you still have any kind of phone at all that might have any signal?
Last I checked, it was still no.
Okay.
Is there anything in his room, storyteller, that we might be able to get out some sort of a message on? Is there a laptop?
Of course
anything?
not.
As he's La Sombra, no.
That's true.
Nope.
Yeah.
The cameras, even if they're infrared, the cameras should not be able to pick up what you do. So if you can cover us, then we shouldn't be able to be seen on that. If anybody in here has the same ability to see through it, though, then we have a different problem. But one problem at a time.
And if we bump into somebody with all 5 of us...
Well, then we walk very carefully, and we don't go out right now. We at least wait here until maybe they stop.
Do we think they would check in here?
They might check anywhere at this point.
I know, but...
Well, wouldn't they have a heat signature? Did they have a heat signature in here? I can't... Did you guys...
Yes.
You said that there was a massive cold spot.
Oh, wow. Okay, well then they probably already know we're here.
Yeah.
Right?
They
Yeah.
they have to know that we're here. We're a massive cold spot just lingering in this room. There's more than one person. And now I point to the fact that my skin is now like warm toned. It's like, and now this as well.
Where were those other cameras?
I mean, they were everywhere on all
No,
levels.
the normal cameras. I didn't recognize that place. That didn't look like this facility.
What was it? What was it seeing?
It was a house.
Was it Alejandro's house?
It was a house?
It was a house.
Did the decor look kind of like in here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then that would be Alejandro's house, and we will have a conversation with him because I don't believe he knows this.
Oh.
I
Okay.
feel like he would.
His real house or this house?
No, it wasn't.
His real house, and I
The
don't
alarm is
think
still going off. What do we do?
We
Where
are
are we going?
we are figuring this out, and now Hex, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
could cloak us, but what if
Suddenly, the alarm cuts off. And you can hear people outside stopping, kind of murmuring as they mill about. And the PA system cuts on again, this time with a less robotic voice. That was absolutely a pathetic display. Since apparently the entire third floor can't take these drills seriously, I want every single person in this entire facility to report to the fourth floor training room. You have clearly gotten too comfortable. We are going to have a 2-hour seminar on the importance of these drills so that maybe you all can understand just how important the work we do here is. All work is to be halted now. You have 5 minutes to get to the training room. Go! And you hear groans of frustration, people griping, arguing about the stupid scientists on the third floor. And they're clearly pissed, but you can hear them start to move.
How do they not know we're here?
You've got to be shitting me.
How do they not know we're here?
The guard wasn't exactly paying attention.
Yeah. It would be very... And what's to assume that Alejandro and wasn't here already? Maybe they just assumed he had company.
Yeah.
He's not typically a socializing kind of person.
I mean,
but
they don't... Who's
all of that
who's
aside-
paying attention?
all of the side, we have a window
Yeah,
now
window
to
now?
to
Let's go.
finish. Storyteller.
Wait, everyone's
Yes.
going to the fourth floor.
I still have heightened senses on.
Yes, you do.
Have I heard everyone leave this floor?
Not yet, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also now
It's a lot of complaining right now. A lot of like, oh god damn it, I had work to do.
Yeah.
We also now have a variety of guards who are now far more on their guard than they were.
Yeah,
No,
but they're not on this
no,
floor.
they're
And
not.
No. But when you have soldiers who have already gone through a drill, let me tell you, they're not going to go for the next one thinking,
But if
I
they're
would like to be
all
out. I'd like to be out of here within 2 hours.
raining, yeah.
I would like to be out
that's
of here.
fine.
With
But I'm saying
Aaron.
they're not less aware now, okay?
They're not less aware now. They will be more aware when they come out of their 2-hour meeting, which we have a window to finish moving through and getting out. With, as Mel just said, Aaron, who you two said was left feeding off of an orderly.
Yeah. Hold on. Hold that thought though. We have 2 hours in here with all of them in a training
And we have
meeting.
to, and we can't go back downstairs because that door is sealed, so we can only go up. at the
Storyteller,
front door.
we're on 3 right now.
No, you all are on. Let me double check our maps. Where you all
It's
hid.
not
You
2.
guys are on level 6.
Yeah.
Six.
Okay, right. Okay.
Well, 6 down.
Okay,
not
yeah,
6
yeah,
up.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
So everyone is going to be going
Up one.
2 more floors.
No, I think
we're on 4 right now, then, right?
No, she's counting from the bottom.
I'm counting from the bottom.
Oh,
the
I
way a
see.
building would
Yeah.
be set.
I see.
Yeah.
no. We have 2 hours with full reign of this place.
That's what I'm saying. We have to go up to the other floors we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So we have 2 hours to not touch whatever fucking floor they're on, figure out what the hell we're seeing as we go towards the front door out of here.
And maybe take some shit with us.
Okay, no, absolutely not. Let me tell you why we're not doing that. We are getting the fuck out of here. That's it.
We're getting
Okay.
Aaron.
We're getting Aaron. So we're already
And nothing
Priority
else.
numero uno.
And nothing else.
And you are on the same floor still as Aaron.
First of all, we have to get Aaron, and then we have to hope that A, you can cloak that many people, and B, that he is in any state to move easily.
If he's not, I can carry him.
Yeah, that's...
But then on top of that, we should not take anything that would be very noticeable or difficult to carry. But if there's something that the prince can actually have, that we can know what to deal with.
I'm gonna pull out the map and the whole booklet that I picked up and say, well, this will be helpful.
Yes, it will.
Amongst other things.
I'm not saying that we raid the entire fucking facility. I'm saying that if there's something that can actually help us know what we're dealing with, because we have no idea.
There's an armory.
Last we looked at the armory that is of no use to us. We can't even use the guns.
Well, they did have some really cool Tremere shit in one
Bad.
of those.
Like what?
You know, I don't
Tremere
know,
shit.
things sharp
You
and shiny.
things.
Books, components. What?
I guess
what?
we'll have to go figure it out.
Yeah, we'll just have to show you.
Is it on the 4th floor?
Nose up.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't.
Right. We're
Yeah, like right
The
above
room
us.
where you all
3,
found
4,
that
5,
was
6.
the super soldier room.
mm-hmm.
So that would be level 5.
5. That's what that's. So
Yeah, it's like
one up. Okay.
Yeah, it's very close by.
First things first.
Aaron.
Is everyone off the floor?
Everyone is now gone.
I'm going to open the door.
Okay, I think maybe
Cloak?
No, that's a lot of people right now. How about you guys stay? I'll go with you again since we know where it's at, and I will just use mask without faces.
Okay.
All
So
right.
if anybody is on the floor, they'll just pass by.
Okay, fine. But we need to. We'll figure it out when you get him back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna. Do I need to do a roll for that? I don't think I did.
It's a rouse check.
Mask. Yeah, just a roast check.
Just the red die.
The red one. Oh god, I might have 2.
Oh, then yeah, just one.
This one.
So now you're hunger 3.
What? Stop.
We have one more blood. We have one more blood bag. You're fine.
And so,
You have one
as
more blood
you
bag.
put up Mask of a Thousand Faces, the stress of the whole evening is kicking in, and the beast begins to claw in your throat a bit. Just almost a bit of a heartburn effect.
All right. Well, I hope that Aaron's full. Let's go. So I'm gonna walk out and nope, we're not walking out.
I'm going to crack open the door and look outside before I walk out there, just
It
to make
is-
sure.
It is empty. And your heightened senses pick up nobody.
All right.
All right. So we're gonna head back up the hallway to his door, which I don't remember if we
You guys
closed or
are
not.
you guys are a bit diagonal
I closed it.
across
Okay.
from his door.
Are you just like straight up walking?
Yeah, I
Oh,
am.
oh, I should ask a thousand faces. Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe we get some
Why
information as
not?
it happens. Yeah. So
Could always be an orderly with a filthy blank.
That's fair.
so
I believe it.
we go to his back to his room.
And you open it,
Mhm.
and there sits Aaron on a bed. He looks like he hasn't even slept. Exhausted, worn out, half starved. He looks extremely rough right now.
Is the orderly that he fed on still in the room?
That.
No, he's gone.
Okay.
Well, hopefully he doesn't remember.
Yeah, I didn't have time to do that. Hey, Aaron, you with us?
Hex?
Yes.
What are you... Hey, Jackson.
Yep.
What are you...
Here to save you from whatever the hell happened.
Do you know where you are?
SI.
Okay.
Okay. Questions later. Can you
Can you walk?
walk?
Yeah. And just catch me if I stumble.
Hey,
Okay.
come here.
You got him?
Yeah.
I'll lean on Jackson.
Okay. So just shoulder. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Did the orderly say anything to you before he left as we were leaving? I
I-
would like to know this.
I don't feed from people.
Okay.
So I tried. It's,
Yeah.
they're still people.
So you didn't eat it all?
Remember you told him to feed me. And after I couldn't, he went to go get a bag. And that's when the alarms went off.
And he hasn't come back yet?
No, it was like a few minutes ago.
Okay.
How long does that last? Okay,
As long as I know, forever.
we should get moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually he'll bring a bag back here, but let's go back. Everyone's in Alejandro's room. Did you know that was a thing here?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna take him back up the hallway.
Okay.
Is there anyone else in the hallway when we come out of the room?
No.
Okay.
They all appear to have obediently gone to the school gymnasium to be yelled at by the principal for not taking their tornado drills seriously.
Oh my goodness.
Human lives lost. All right, so we're gonna head back.
All right, and so you guys see Aaron come into the room looking far worse than he looked when you guys last found him in an SI facility.
I kind of rush up on the door and all but shriek his name, Aaron, and go to catch him or grab him.
Hey.
and give him a hug.
Hey, Mel.
I'm gonna plug back.
Yeah, I'll dig it out of
You
the
need to eat.
the bag of stuff and just pass it over.
Okay.
Here.
Passing.
And I'll
I'll move him and set him down wherever there's a place to sit.
I'll down it as fast as I can.
Yeah, and so you down it. Tastes fantastic. But you are very tired. You were not allowed to sleep through the day.
How did they get you in here?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
You ran in with us and then you were gone, and we didn't know if it was Alejandro or if they have figured out how to
But
take people.
I didn't have to sing this time. You're here.
You didn't have to sing this time.
And at this point, Aaron has been under. Aaron was taken by the SI roughly 16 hours ago, so this has been a 16-hour straight ordeal.
I'm just listening at the door, just in case anyone comes into the hallway, but I also pull out my phone, check the time, just see how much time has lapsed since the announcement.
It's been about, I'd say it took you guys maybe 15 minutes to get Aaron.
Have they done anything to you? What did they do?
It's just constant light and taking and taking and taking
What kind of
blood.
taking?
They were nice the first time compared to this. I'd like to leave.
Yeah.
So would we.
Everyone's here, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all here.
How did you get in?
We walked in.
We did not have the express elevator that you had.
We went to the room, and then a few confusing sequences later. Yeah.
Here
Do
we
you
are.
remember at all what happened after we went through the door?
Oh, no.
Do you remember what happened before we went to the door?
No.
What
Yes. There was High Museum, and then running and running and running.
Okay.
Firearms?
Firearms.
Arms on fire.
Yes.
Arms on fire.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Same to same.
Okay. Now that we've got you, where are we going next?
Up.
Up.
You can't go back down, so we have to go up.
Well,
Oh.
she's the one with the
What?
Handy
we should
dandy map.
check the next floor up.
yeah.
That's the one that had all the interesting shit on it.
Are we all going or
Well, yeah.
We have to, because that's the only way up.
non-cloaked? Okay, cool.
Or
Well,
or
no.
cloaked.
Yeah, we can. So what if we find somewhere up that you guys can chill and we can just go and explore? Since there shouldn't be anybody on that floor, right?
Well, then we have to still go up to get out anyway.
Can you do the shit that makes cameras not see us without us being invisible?
Everyone, not try to more than one person. I could try with storyteller.
Will it work with our signatures? Heat versus cold.
I think it.
Yes.
It should still, because
It will work with cold. Hex, we'll consider this for sake of the story as long as everyone stays touching you, touching a hand, an arm. I'll allow the ghost in the machine to extend to others.
Through infrared.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be easier than bumbling around, not being able to see each other.
Yeah, but the more people in a pod, I feel strange about us exploring too many tight spaces.
I'm wondering if we shouldn't.
Just get.
perhaps we should hold on to this notion until we absolutely need to,
Yeah.
and we
That's-
just go right now while everybody is.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we need to go, and this is the only opportunity we're gonna have to see what the fuck is in here.
And so we need to go up. We're not going to linger. We're going to check and move and check and move, and wherever they said that they're reporting to, that's on that map. That's not where we're going.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
You've all learned well from Cirrus.
Oh, we're still on camera, but hey.
All right.
Can you walk? Do you need to be carried?
Yeah, I'm better now.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna take the bag that I had that was Alejandro's, just some, random shoulder bag, put the map in there, some
Okay.
extra clothes just in case we get stuck somewhere else.
I'm gonna throw all like the old clothes. Anybody that changed, I'm throwing those clothes into like
all the bloody
like
clothes.
another bag, and then just
Wasn't there a garbage chute?
yeah, but I don't know where it
Yeah.
goes.
Those
So-
go down.
That
I thought we
probably
had to
goes
go up.
an
We need to go up,
incinerator.
yes.
I was thinking about the
So I'm gonna
clothes.
take. Yeah, I'll take. No, I mean some of these are mine. I want to keep them, and I'm taking those in a bag. And I'm taking another empty bag as well.
All right.
I do have my designer duffel bag as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you guys make your way as a group. Are we doing the group hug around Hex?
We
to
were
avoid
holding,
cameras?
we were
No,
holding
we're
that
just
until
so-
absolutely
Okay.
needed.
Yeah, we're just gonna go, because
Okay.
if I get hungry, you guys don't want to touch me.
Right. So
Okay,
I'm doing
so-
heightened senses.
Making a break for the 5th floor.
Hmm.
You guys, Hex and Jackson.
I'm gonna take point
Okay.
and
Use your pencil.
give me a good 5-6 feet lead.
Okay.
I will stop, forward. Okay, cool.
Okay. And so you guys head up to the 5th floor. You pass the weapons checkout counter that you saw. You all see something similar to like a library checkout. And there's guns hanging on the walls, but you notice that none of the guns really have triggers.
I'm gonna take a picture with my camera phone. I can't stand it, but I'll take the picture.
Okay. Yeah, they're all guns that are very sleek in design and have a circular area where you would imagine that the trigger would be, but there is not one.
Were they easy to get to?
Yeah.
They are behind a glass wall with metal grating on it.
Yes, I'm just taking a picture because I'm not gonna take them, so we can at least see them.
It's sort of like a pawn shop look
Yeah.
to it.
Do I see where the entrance to that area would be?
No. And so you guys walk and you pass 4 doors that have windows. The curtains are open in the windows and you see individual bedrooms with various accoutrements in them indicative of other clans. And
Which one was the one you said had?
One at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, and so you get to the last bedroom.
Try the. I'm just gonna tap the handle, see if it opens.
Yeah, the door's a bit cracked open,
Right. Then I'm gonna.
as that person is probably currently in the seminar.
I'll open it and just look in to see what is in this room. That
It's
is
a lot of
Tremere
your-
shit that they were saying.
It's a lot of your base components, a couple generic, just old grimoire books. It looks very much like Baby's First Witch Kit.
Nothing that looks like books. Nothing looks familiar. It's like it's that person's grimoire, or it's.
You can tell it's probably a grimoire that they bought from a store that
Okay.
looks more aged by like note taking.
Okay. Looking in really quick, I'm gonna very quickly just grab if there's like stacks or pieces of mirror. I'm gonna grab some of those and just pocket those into my.
Yeah, there's
Pouch.
mirrors, there's satin ribbons, there's some lighters.
I've got a couple of those things.
Okay.
I've got a couple of those. I just want mirrors because if I need to do that trick, I need multiples.
Okay.
I just want to peek into like the window of the other 3 and see quickly what's
Yeah,
in any of them
same.
from the window.
Okay, so in one you see more black clothing, very sparsely decorated, no electronic devices in this one. In the third room, you see lots of flowers, beautiful flowers, and no
those. Those
roses
Okay.
in this
are
one.
those are the big room at the end.
Like,
But, like-
scanning, kind of like.
But like some nice, colorful 1-800 flowers situations.
Pretty things.
Fresh or
Yes, fresh in vases. There's a couple like older ones. You can tell they're probably like getting fresh flowers each day, and some nicer clothing. And in the 4th one, we have a lot of army gear.
I'm gonna walk into that room if it's unlocked.
It is. There's BDUs, clothing, duffel bags, foot lockers, MREs.
pop open a couple of the lockers, see if there's anything useful in there.
No weaponry that would be useful. There is a necklace of dog tags. There's a couple pairs of combat boots. A couple nice scarves. That's about it. It looks like someone who may have just gotten back from deployment.
I take pictures of the rooms as we walk by them.
Okay.
I'm gonna take one of the dog tags. None specifically, just like
It's
I'm not
a
gonna read it.
it's a necklace with 2 tags on it.
Oh, well, I take it.
Okay.
I don't look at it very close. I'm just gonna pocket
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna walk back down to the end of the hall that opens up into the larger, like, arena,
Mm-hmm.
and just see what's in there again without walking into it.
So all of the cases that you all originally saw are now closed.
Okay, I'll walk into that room then.
Okay. So it's a hexagonal shaped room with large library cases with the doors drawn on them. Very John Wick appearance to the room. In general, you feel fine in here for right now.
What's down there?
Gross. This.
Folkloric shit. Seeds, roses, all that crap.
More armory stuff, or?
Were there any weaponry in
No,
this
I mean, like, are they using them as like storage
yeah,
to use on
this
us?
is like it's for sparring. It's a
Yeah, and on each
Arena.
other. They're testing themselves against it, I think.
As in they're
Yes.
incurring bans?
yeah.
Yeah.
What exactly makes them different from us then?
I
Feel like,
got the impression they were thin bloods,
yeah.
but like manufactured thin bloods.
That could be a
Well,
lot more beneficial to us than
he did
the
say they were
people.
taking a lot of blood from him.
There's
But there's no gangrel.
also
Yeah, noticed.
really far off theory that I've got. I'm not going to pay attention to it right now. All right, we have what time?
Yeah, I
right now?
checked my phone.
Time to go.
You currently have an hour 30. Spend another 15 minutes looking
Hour
in
and a
here.
Right.
We're
Let's
good.
keep moving.
Next one, but
Yeah.
where exactly is this room up there that we're
It's
supposed to avoid?
Yeah, next floor, I think.
Right, but we're going up to that floor. So which section?
So you would recall from how everything is that each level you have that general entryway that has the elevator and the stairs, and there is a doorway that leads down a hall into it. So
Yeah.
it is possible to take the stairs without ever seeing the entryway.
No, yeah, I'm asking.
Well, the next floor was the one the elevator was at. I couldn't look at it.
I'm asking the person that has the map of each floor if
Yeah.
if she can see
I-
what floor it's on.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Like,
you
not
can
floor,
see
what-
that training room is level 4, as they said.
Right, but I was asking what part of the floor, aka can we walk onto that floor at all, or do we have to avoid that floor entirely?
I mean, I
That
really-
floor is only the training room.
Yeah, so we have to avoid it entirely.
That's what I was asking.
Okay.
Yes, go straight
Yeah,
up
just
past
skip it.
past
Just
past
stick to
that
the
floor.
stairs.
Do not pass. Go.
Do
not clutch your nose.
Yep, that
do
was
you
my
want to
question.
go down?
Why?
There was all the medical facilities, all that shit. The security office.
We've seen all that before,
Yeah, but we can look at it more closely now.
but we have seen all that before.
15 minutes on this floor. You all hang here. You come with me. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Do we want her to sit down at the computer?
I mean,
That's going to be the most valuable thing I think we're going to get out of this, and it's,
Can-
it's the lightest.
what if we go up 2 floors and I can see if we can drop you somewhere that is going to be less easy to find you,
Valid.
and then I can always go back down.
Yeah.
Fair. I was trying to make best
Yeah.
use of time.
Yes. Actually, could we find the door first, and then I'll just check for you guys.
I still want to. I haven't seen any of this shit.
Fuck it. We have time.
Let's go.
We have time. Come on.
Okay. So, back up the stairwell.
Okay. You guys are going up to level 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So looking down level 3, you see an entire line of doors that are maybe, I'd wager, 10 feet apart on each one, and the hallway goes down and curves to the left from what you can tell. And if you look at the map that is in the book, it looks roughly like that.
And I'll just ask Mel if the map says anything about what this floor is.
Containment.
It says containment, so yeah.
Or tell her, would I know anything about this floor?
You have not been brought to this floor.
Maybe
As
we should-
in others.
We should at least get an idea of how many they have. I don't know if we're going to be able to get everybody out of here, but we should.
From
at
the
least-
look on the map, there are 14 rooms on that floor.
we can at least see how many of them are occupied.
We can also see how many of them might be able to make
How,
a distraction.
Wait.
how many heat signatures did we see on this floor?
Yeah,
of
this was
cameras?
wasn't this the mixed of
Ye-
hot and cold?
Yes. This one is a mix of hot and cold. You wouldn't be able to recall at this point how many there were of each.
We can at least see how many cells are occupied while we're up here. So we know how many people they're containing.
You should do it without being observed, though.
Yes.
Everyone who's a person is not on this floor. And if we can't free them, that's an issue.
Yeah,
And we don't know if they're all kindred.
they're definitely not all.
But they're all in
kindred.
containment for a reason, and to be fair, not even to be fair, to be frank, if we can make sure that they get out, then that's one other thing that they might have to worry about that isn't us.
That would involve going back down again, and then that would cause more issue. I'm more concerned with right now with knowing how many people are being contained, so we can report back a number.
We've seen Cabin in the Woods, right? That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe not a good idea.
That's
yeah.
what I said.
How many of these people? How many of them are starving right now?
I at least want to know. I at least want to know how many we have, not open all the doors.
Can we just go with the number 14? That we have 14 doors and
It was pretty full.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's move on.
I really understand.
Are you
but
going to floor
time.
2 now?
And if she goes down and looks at the cameras again, she can take photos.
That does still.
I feel like there's more we can learn from this, but fine. We have time. We have time. Let's go.
Okay. And so you make your way up to level 2 according to your map. There are 8 offices, 2 corporate-sized bathrooms, a kitchen, and a cafeteria.
We should look at the cafeteria
Please.
because if there was hot and cold feeding here, maybe they have blood.
It's not unreasonable.
That's valid.
Okay.
That's another reason to check the medical area too.
Mm-hmm.
This field trip is getting to be a bit much.
I agree.
I understand, but I'm hungry. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go towards the cafeteria.
Okay, so you do make your way down the hall, I imagine, rather expeditiously.
Yes. very
Yeah.
fast.
And you get your way to the cafeteria. There is the kitchen before you get to it. The cafeteria is just tables and chairs,
Okay.
which you can clearly see. The kitchen does have an industrial size refrigerator, and inside there are 4 boxes of bagged blood. 1 is labeled pure, 2 are labeled test, and 1 is labeled return all property to Dr. Amanda Gilbert.
Can we take some of those test ones?
Do we take all of them? Do we have the bag space for
Don't
it?
take all
That's
of
too
them.
obvious.
Yeah, I was gonna take
cares?
one of each.
Yeah.
And
One of each.
2 of the pure and. put
There's
them-
enough in each box that we'll say you could take up to 3 of each before it would be noticed.
There you go.
I'll take one of the tests and one of the return to Amanda Gilbert and put it in a bag. And also taking a picture of the boxes.
I'll take one of each and put them in my bag.
I'm taking pure, 2 pures, and I'm
Okay.
drinking one.
Whichever ones you guys take, just notate them down.
Yeah. While they're doing that,
Mhm.
I'm gonna wander back over to where the offices are
Mm-hmm.
and just take a peek.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to ask if those doors were
Okay.
open on the way.
These are generic doctor's offices. They look like a typical general practitioner.
Sorry, I figured.
Where you know the old style practitioners where they have like a small desk and office next to their little table set up, and they just seem to be general offices like you would find at any doctor's office. And as this is a pharmaceuticals company, you could probably glean that whatever cover operation is happening for this is probably where it is.
I'm gonna follow behind and take pictures once I grab the bags out of the fridge as well, just to document.
Okay.
We can assume that one level up is the way out.
Does anybody have any signal yet?
I'll check my phone.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Not yet, but I don't think we should worry about that until we are out the front door.
Yeah.
This is we're gonna leave anyone to hide and go back down, this is the best place to do it.
This would be it. Are you 3 Are you three okay staying here?
I want to leave.
Well, yes, but we still have roughly an hour.
You have 15 minutes.
I'm gonna start walking back to the staircase.
Okay.
And I'm gonna follow.
Okay. So as you guys rush down, are you rushing to the security office or are you rushing to the medical level?
I am.
Because the medical level is level 7, where you see that there are multiple operating theaters. Level 8 is where the security office is.
Security first and medical.
Yeah.
Is this stairwell like you could just go straight down?
Yeah, it's just like a zigzag
In the middle.
pattern.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump down to that floor.
Do you have cat's grace?
No.
You do.
have
She does.
soaring
She has
leap.
soaring leap.
Okay.
Does it work going down?
It arguably does.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll allow it.
Trying to save some time.
Anti-gravity.
She also has uncanny
Okay.
grip to
And
if she wanted to
uncanny
catch
grip.
herself on
Yeah.
the way down.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
She Spider-Man's her way down the stairs,
Spider-Man.
okay? Like,
Yeah.
Spooter hacks.
You know what?
Spooter hacks.
As she does that, I just look at you and you. Sorry. And I do not get hungrier, and I shift into a bird, and I just.
I just go, son of a bitch, and I use fleetness to just fleet down the stairs. Not
Okay.
blink speed, but quick enough.
And so the whole
Uh,
group, in their
you don't
own
have to roll- you don't have
versions
to roll
of
anything for this, you're fine.
disciplines, in your own ways, book it down. Hex going down to the security office.
Yes.
And the gentleman going to the medical operating theater level.
I'm gonna go to the security office too.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going wherever people are going
Okay.
at this point.
So you all went to the security office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not.
And so in
spending
the
quite that
security
much.
office, you can see on that one level with the mixed rooms, there's about 5 human and the rest Kindra are 5 warm and 9 cold.
I'm taking
Uh,
pictures.
The training room full of warm, just tons of heat signature, and
No cold in there at all.
no cold in there at all.
Good to know.
And everywhere else where you would expect it, some of those experimentation rooms. And then on the medical level, there are 2 cold spots in 2 of the there's 1 each in 2 of the operating theaters.
And I imagine they're completely stationary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm taking pictures of this, and when we notice that part, we go. We need to see who
Yeah.
these people are.
Do we have to see who they are?
Yeah.
And you do see the cameras that are Alejandro's house.
I know. We do, because this is the only time we have to get any information to the court. And I've already reported one bit of information to the court. I'd like the next report to be a bit more detailed.
Also, you will notice the cameras for Alejandro's house are completely empty. The house is absolutely empty. There is no Sybil. There is no Alejandro.
Yep.
Are there any weapons in this room?
No, it's a security office.
Are the security guards also gone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That is Alejandro's house. Erin and I were sitting on that couch. And yet,
Well then.
that is why I think that
Fucking Christ.
that's why I think that Alejandro perhaps did not know that these cameras exist, because he likes his privacy, believe it or not.
Yeah, but he's also working with them still with his own private suite here. Maybe he did
He's
know,
he's
and that's
also-
why you sat on that couch.
He's also secretly siring another vampire, and the other people here might be interested in testing her, and I do not feel like he would want that.
I kind of want to meet this dude, and I also kind of fucking don't. Anyway.
That's Rex.
Shh.
Let's see who these.
All right, around 10 minutes has passed at this
Let's see who
point.
these two are.
Can you get anything off this computer?
Are there any flash drives or hard drives in this room?
Yeah, like is there any
There
sort
is a
of-
server room, but the door is locked.
It,
It's probably better to come back
I'm literally taking pictures of whatever's on the
Yeah.
screen at this point. Just going.
as much as the answer is yes, there is a time factor to these things, and I don't think it's gonna
I mean, just because she said we have 15 minutes, we have like 45.
45 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would still don't think it's a good
except for
idea.
the 2 old vamps are gonna leave and like move y'all's asses and take Aaron with them.
Venture's greedy about one thing: her life, getting out.
We've got the people that can change shape and cover
there's one
ourselves.
thing I know.
If
I
you
could
run, we're
always,
fine.
Yeah,
I could always come back here. Actually.
Let's meet about that first.
yeah, for real though.
All right.
Alright.
We
So
should-
what are you guys doing?
We should see who these, and I'll point at the medical level, we should
Yeah.
see who these are. At least I get a picture of them, and then we get back up
Go
and
up
actually
one.
get out.
Okay. And so
So-
you guys head up to the medical level. You go down the hallway. There is one door on the right labeled injections, a second door on the right labeled dissection, and a door on the left labeled live experiments. The two cold signatures were coming from injections and dissecting.
Anybody get the queasy? Not you, obviously.
I'll check injections.
Okay. We should stick together, but just as a heads up. Other room probably not going to be so great.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the door to dissection.
I'll look at both doors up.
Yeah, just gonna.
Okay, so Hex, as you look into injection, there is a tea bed with a gentleman with his arms strapped down, and there are around 12 IVs in him in various points with different liquids. You can't really tell a difference beyond that. Some are a slightly different color, they look a bit different, it's different things, and he looks out of it completely. His clothes are filthy. He has like a nice tattoo on his arm, but he's very tired, and from a few of the IV injection points, you see black veins coming out from about 2 or 3 of them.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, from the
What
since
did
they
you guys-
since they both opened each door, I'll just turn this way and take a picture of whatever I can see. And
Okay.
I'm not gonna like hover over the dude, but I'm gonna at least try to see if I can get like a picture of who it is,
Okay.
in case it's of any importance.
Okay. And you do also see in this room that there is an upper level
Mhm.
with clear glass and seating in a traditional operating theater style. But it appears as if the authoritative figure that wanted everyone to stop their work immediately and come, it looks like these experiments were left in progress.
The liquids that are going into this person, are there any of them not attached to him in this room?
No.
Okay. So I'll just take pictures at that point, and
He
then
appears to be slowly taking all 12.
I'll take pictures at that point because I'm not about to start pulling cables and turn back around to dissection.
Okay. And so, Jackson, when you open dissection, there's a gentleman on the table with a Y cut in his chest, similar to an autopsy, with the flesh pulled back, spreaders in his ribs. And there are also cuts in his right thigh and on his bicep as his arm is tied back, all spread open with calipers, and lots of heavy, bright light, and you can just hear him softly whining as his body sits there open, exposed. But he is awake.
I'll come up next to Jackson to take pictures and just hear all that. I'm gonna take the pictures first and see if I can just zoom in on who the person is.
He is familiar to you,
Who is it?
Volley.
Knock him out. Do not kill him.
Alright. I'm just gonna walk over and
Cold cock him.
point at the elbow. to
Strength
the
and
temple.
brawl.
I'm gonna pull this just a little bit.
Okay. You may make the roll with all of your dice, and I will take your pulling a punch into account. In other games, we would call it non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
Three.
3. You do successfully knock him out, but he's gonna take a point of superficial for that.
The moment he gets knocked out, I'm pocketing the phone and going up to him. And is there anything around that can just like gauze or something that if I unhitch this guy?
There are metal clamps that you could theoretically pull the skin back together and clamp it shut.
Okay, I'm gonna come out of the injection room into the other room.
Help me, and I'm trying to do that.
No, we do not have time.
I know him.
I understand that, but you also know all of us trying to get out. If you do that now, we're going to, one, they're going to know that somebody else was here, and they're just going to put him back. We can't take him.
No, but there's a garbage chute upstairs that we can dump him, or we can at least bring him downstairs and leave him at the door that we sealed, that he can get out. He doesn't have to come with us, but
What about the other guy?
From the map, since you all have been looking at it, the garbage chute leads to just kind of, those large train car sized dumpster things that you get from the waste company, and it's just a flap on a wall that just.
I'm still pulling the skin back together as she says this, and I go very bluntly, I don't know him. I do know this one.
Okay, but if we know him, I thought the whole goal was to come back here and save them. I understand.
He's the reason why the court even knew where the general location of this building, because I put a bloodstone on him and it was traced over to here. The least I can do is give him a fighting fucking chance.
Okay, just because you're guilty about something that happened doesn't mean that now is the time to make that better. Everything that you're doing, they're going to know.
Then walk back upstairs, and I'll handle it. Otherwise, let me save one. We're already taking Aaron, aren't we? Do you think they're not going to notice that?
Aaron's part of our coterie.
Yes, and they're going to notice that. And he is part of my clan. And I'll notice it's the same way. Maybe if we're lucky, they will think that the two of them are connected and not that we came into the fucking building. And I'm pulling the skin back together still, and I'm just gonna clamp it shut.
Yeah.
Yep.
It will hurt, but you are able to clamp it shut.
And I'm gonna just literally open Vali's mouth and I'm going to cut my wrist and drain a hunger's worth into his mouth for whenever the fuck he wakes up.
Okay. And so you are able to somewhat stabilize Volley. And
then, obviously glove off, lick it closed, glove back on, and then I'm going to, sort of unfasten him, and I'm going to pick him up and just go, do you want to go down one level, or should I drop him in the garbage chute on the way back up?
I don't trust where that garbage chute goes.
I definitely don't.
And I'm fine taking him with us. They're not going to be happy about it, but I don't give a shit.
For the group upstairs, it has been about 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
During that time, I'd like to look closer at the boxes of blood.
Okay.
Can I see whether or not the labels on the boxes are interchangeable?
They aren't. They are kind of those where you scroll on a piece of paper and then just do the packing tape over the entire piece of paper. They look like they've been used frequently, where someone just sort of pulls it out on the shelf, drops more blood in it, and puts it back on the shelf.
Okay. Would you two help me? I don't know what this blood is for, but we can at least muck up what they're using it for. And I'm going to start interchanging the blood bags just haphazardly to the boxes.
Okay.
And then at the end, meeting them up.
Okay. So just sort of shuffling them. Okay.
Oh, all right. My only concern is that any kindred who are here who might have depended on that might have needed something.
Any kindred who are here aren't getting any blood. And if they are, it's not going to be good either way.
Okay.
And I've just been pacing, in front of
Okay.
whatever door is available to me at this point.
Where's the closest exit?
As far as you can tell, it's only the first floor front door.
So up the floor, up one.
Mm-hmm.
Up one floor.
Do we scope it out or do we wait?
We know they're down a floor.
If we get closer to it and they come to us again, we're at least then closer to the door. Shall we?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so where's our, are you able to hear anyone around here? If there's no one.
I can't do that. I don't have special sense like Anton does. I can see,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't hear.
Okay. Right, what is our exit situation directly where we are?
So where you are, you would need to go out from the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
down the hall past the offices, and then up the stairs.
Okay.
That's where we go.
Okay. And so you guys quickly make your way to the front, and when you get to the top floor,
Uh-huh.
you are on a very large landing, beautiful marble setup, with two very large flights of those floating glass stairs, very bougie. And in between the two large staircases is a gorgeous fountain, very European style, and a large reception area and some nice couches off to the side, and there is a glass door on the front.
Is there anyone at reception?
There is one lady at reception, but she's like kind of low key playing a Nintendo Switch under the desk.
Okay.
So we just see this. We can see this from the door.
Yeah, you
right?
can just see
Yeah.
her. She's like, she hasn't noticed you because she's just really too enthralled in, just playing Animal Crossing right
Are we
now.
able to stay in the stairwell, out of her sight?
Yes, because once you kind of come out of the stairwell to the top of that staircase,
Yeah.
if she were to look left and up, she would be able to see you.
So we can kind of duck into the staircase if we need to. You want to wait in the stairs? At least we know where the exit is now. If we have to make a run for it.
I don't like seeing the exit and not.
Well, we don't have any ability to get past her without her seeing us.
Aaron, can you get out?
I can get sneaky and shadowy, but
Mel,
that's one person.
Yeah, you need to go.
can you get him out?
No, I would be just as visible as you
I
would
know.
be.
I know. But it's one other person with someone who he's been through hell.
Doesn't exactly look like just a random Joe Schmo who would be walking out of the building. So if she takes her eyes off of whatever it is that she's doing, it's going to be very obvious what it is that we're doing.
And yet you and I do have a couple of similar talents when it comes to
All right, come on, let's go. So I'm gonna.
Can we just
Okay.
wait until everyone else is here? I don't want to
With the time that has elapsed with this, let's jump back to the other group. So you have Volley.
And I'm
You're
actually
making a break for it.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna stay at the group. I feel like if we go upstairs out the front door, carrying a body over my shoulder, it's going to be pretty fucking obvious.
Can none of you make people forget
Yeah, let's
anything?
just, yeah.
It's
we-
it
Yes.
doesn't work so well with the people here as far as I've had experience.
I can make people not see things.
Then we go with that. Really quick though, storyteller, the level that had the gun checkout and there, you said something, I can't quite remember what it was that was after the gun checkout. There's other like checkout stuff, I think.
No, there was the gun checkout, and then there were the 4 rooms that you looked in, and then the large room with all the casings.
Nothing in between the 4 rooms and the gun checkout?
Correct.
Okay, I thought there was, so never mind. So yeah, then nothing else I want to look at, so.
Okay.
Then we go up and we hope that either you can hide us enough that this isn't visible, or I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
So as you guys make your way up, when you pass the training floor, you can hear that same voice from the PA just going off.
I'm gonna. Is it anything like discernible, or is it just?
No, it's just a lot of it's a lot of parental yelling at bad behaved children.
Okay.
It very much sounds like
I'm not
every,
mad. I'm just disappointed.
it's very what you can kind of glean from it is that he is very old guard, and he feels that because they work in the science division and not on the ground fighting the blanks, that they are soft and that they don't understand how dangerous blanks are because all of their work is done in controlled environments.
Okay, but this is all audible.
It's muffled because it's down the hallway.
Okay.
But
I have heightened sense stuff actually.
Yeah,
looking at
but
that.
he's
Okay.
mad and
Okay.
he's yelling.
I was gonna record it, but that's okay. So then,
It's not enough to really warrant recording. It's
Yeah.
just a lot of degrading.
You're not gonna like this idea.
Hmm.
Since we're already taking 2 people out, is there anything worth destroying?
That will be a bit too obvious.
Oh, that'll be obvious.
Yes, because if people run away, then maybe they didn't have them
Oh,
hammered down well enough. But
the
if
guy with the literal pins and hammers in his chest, he just got up and walked away.
No, maybe the other person that ran out of the fucking room got him. But smashing everything, that actually looks like a targeted
The
attack.
person they already know can grow claws?
Short of destroying that security room, computers, I don't know what else we'd have to destroy.
Which I don't think we should do yet.
That I agree.
Then I can't think of anything that we'd be able to destroy that'd be worthwhile.
Okay. I'm going to.
Unless you can. Because I can't. Everything else is behind glass or bars.
I'm gonna uncanny grip away. Like I'm done with the
Okay.
conversation.
Spider-Man up
I'm
the...
Spider-Man up the thing.
Okay.
Up the stairs.
Anton, are you going to use your fleetness to book it, or...
I'm waiting to see if Jackson turns into a fucking bird again. If so, then I have to catch up to them.
This feels like a fucking waste.
What would you have us do? And I'll literally do a fire and carry volley at this point.
Do you need help with that?
Not yet, but what would you have us do?
It's just a wasted opportunity. Let's go.
We're already stepping all over the fucking line, and I'll just, march up with him.
Okay. And so, as you guys are waiting in the stairwell, you can hear footsteps coming, but you see Hex first, just...
Hi. You guys, make
Yeah.
the moves.
Let's go.
Come on.
Ready.
Where are they?
Mr. Hero's downstairs bringing somebody up.
Oh, he's brought another person with him.
Yeah.
Can you cloak us all again? Because it would be a lot easier than us having to pretend that we're something.
Oh, and I'm gonna look and see the girl
Yeah, and you
reception.
Yeah, she's very enthralled in Animal Crossing.
How far down is Anton? On the stairs?
They're catching up to you pretty well,
Okay.
taking steps 2 at a time.
Yeah, that seems the least obvious, most efficient way. Yeah.
It only takes a minute for the guys to catch up
I'll
to you.
come up with a person that is medical clamped shut over my shoulders.
It's our new friend.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hex.
Alright. I have to roll for this, I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna have to open the front door, aren't we?
We are.
She's not paying that much attention, but she's paying enough to notice a person medically clamped.
I offered to put him other places, but
Do you think she's gonna notice a lot with you? I can't walk up to her like this.
I have an idea.
I'm saying
Yeah, we're using Cloak the Gathering.
But okay, fine.
We're using like Cloak the Gathering, Mask with 1,000 Faces, or Cloak the Gathering, Unseen Passage.
Unseen passage.
Unseen Passage.
And I'll just quietly open the door.
Okay.
I do get hungry.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, I had a blood bag. I ate one. When I
Okay.
took the 2, I ate one.
Okay.
So you're only at 3. You're only
Yeah,
at 3.
So
No
you're
big
back
deal.
to 3.
Yes, I'm back.
You had momentary
little bit
relaxation,
of life.
but you're back up, and
That's
the
how
whole
like
group is
kitchen.
the group is unseen. You guys are slowly making your way very carefully down the glass steps. The fountain is beautiful, Thomasina. It's something that you like. It's your style. It looks very familiar, like perhaps the person who made your pool did the same tile work. And you guys make your way to the front door. She's still heavily involved. You can hear KK Slider going, and she's very into it. And you get to the door, and
I'm gonna check the door to see if there's any magnetics that look like a chime or anything that's gonna go off when it opens.
nope.
It might not go off with me anyways.
Good point. I will very, very gently and quietly open it.
Okay.
Give me a roll.
Yep. Give me Dex and Stealth for this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
6 is good. You're able to very carefully open the front door just enough for everyone to be able to slip out and very carefully shut it back. And that is where we are going to take our break. We will be back in just a few minutes. Get some water, stretch your legs, and we'll be back with our now escaped coterie. welcome back. So you managed to exit the building out onto the street. Nothing remarkable, nothing special. It's just a downtown street. The door you came out of, there's no grand sign. There's just some lettering on the door that says Ignatius Pharmaceuticals. And there's a piece of paper taped to the inside of the glass about how to get involved in medical trials for $100 a week plus medical bill compensation. The night is open to you. The evening behind you. Your friend's safe with you once again. What would you all like to do?
Just gonna really quickly shoulder volley across my shoulders, pull my phone out, and just take one last picture of that.
And I pull my phone out. Do I have signal?
Do they have signal?
You do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
checking my
I'm going
phone.
to open Google Maps and drop a pin on our location.
And I'm going to tell Hex and Anton both contact Mark immediately.
And I'll text
Are
Mark.
you guys all doing this directly in front of the door?
We're still unseen
Oh, I thought,
passage.
Yeah.
But
You're
yeah.
all still unseen.
Yeah, but in front of the door, yeah. But then like
Where's
yeah.
the closest? We need to find the closest like
Alley
place to
or-
drop.
CNN
Yeah.
Center.
Yeah, so you're downtown around the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You're kind of in that little office complex that's next door to it.
CNN Center Mark there. We can either get him to someplace and meet Mark, or have him drive up here.
CNN Center is kind of a walk actually.
It's
There's-
it's over there. I'll like point down. You can't see me. It's like it's down across the road.
Okay, let's go.
Are you going to the CNN Center itself or the MARTA station for CNN
Yeah,
Center?
I'm suggesting the MARTA area
MARTA.
because we could either take the MARTA, like still unseen passage, or we can.
We could just go. There's.
Or we can turn it off and it'd be just a normal day on the MARTA with a guy clamped shut.
that
you
too,
know?
or we can be in that area and there are car pull-ins for Mark.
Or we could hide like in the MARTA. We can go into the train station because I'm pretty sure there's like spaces.
Yeah, we can go in there. We can go in there and then we
Off-state.
can either wait for Mark or we can.
You would know
yeah.
some passages for the Nosferatu that they take through the train stations.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best place to uncloak with a
Okay.
dead body,
Then let's go.
dying body. Okay, so we're gonna make our way that way.
Okay. And so you guys
March.
head down the street. It's a pretty uneventful night. People are starting to they've either gone where they're gonna party for the night, or the few stragglers are making their way there. It's roughly about 1 or 2 a.m.
Storyteller.
Yes.
While we're walking, I'm going to pull my phone back out and I'm going to text Raphael
Okay.
He's unseen, so we can't see him do that. We're all unseen.
and just say, "Any news?" ? And my phone is on complete silent.
Okay.
And I just
If he's unseen, would he be able to see the...
He can see his own phone, but
Yeah.
we
Okay.
can't see each other.
I see.
So you get a text back that just says, "Supposed to graduate next week. As for Big Boss, no word in a very long time," with a frowny face.
I just reply back, "Good." And I put my phone away.
Has anybody heard back from Mark yet?
I was waiting till we actually stopped before I texted
Oh, I
him.
see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so you guys do get to the MARTA station. You're able to get into the parking structure and kind of back behind some cars. There's no one in the parking deck right now.
And that's when I will text Mark with a pin dropped to our location.
Okay.
So at this point, we're good. We're safe. I'm gonna drop it.
I'll put Volley against the car. I'm just in front of him.
Anton, is this the guy you told me about?
This is the guy I told you about. This is the reason that the court even knew the general location of the Second Inquisition building, because he got so in deep that he knew he was going to be taken, and I put something on him so that we could find out the general area even of where he went. He's the reason that we didn't walk into the building completely blind, that I even knew where we wound up in the first place. So it would not be right of me to leave him flayed open on an operating table.
While we have time,
Mark does text back, "On my way."
Yeah, he's on. I'll show Mel.
you mentioned something yesterday
Pick one.
about sending a text and then making everyone get rid of their phones. What's going on?
I said what was going on.
Yeah, elaborate. For the newbie.
I'm gonna before you do that. Check my phone to see if, one, I have any message from Hawthorne, and two, if I have a message from Doc.
You do have a message from Hawthorne.
Okay.
Spicy pick. Not unsolicited, but spicy. Along with a text right after it that says, fuck, also sent that to Streetwise. I'm gonna go die now.
No other
And
text.
just to check,
You have a text from Dot
Okay.
that just says, are you safe?
I'm gonna be already a little bit separated, but I'm going to be on my phone and text her back, yes.
And she replies with, good. City's very not safe. Stay close to your coterie.
I'm gonna send a thumbs up emoji.
Okay.
That's it. What happened was I wanted to make sure that the information that you brought got to the court. And I went through the only person that thought would be able to actually get that information ready in the first place, which was the Nosferatu Primogen. And as the others will gladly tell you, I'm sure, I had already had suspicions of her for being a bit of a shark in other terms, but I thought there were lines that she would not cross. And taking the information and informing Bishop Lydia that we had it and that we were coming was one of those lines.
Wait. What makes you think that's what happened?
I got a text message from your Primogen, from Dot, while we were on the run, telling me to be careful who I trusted, with a winky face, and thanks for everything.
And from that, you assumed that she meant... Oh, that's on. You assumed that she read you out?
Dot is not in the habit of randomly dispensing advice with winky faces to me. She is very chosen with her words, and yes, I did assume that that's exactly what happened, because what the fuck else does that mean? In that moment, when she has all of the information and Bishop Lydia sees us coming.
I think that's a pretty bold statement for someone that you said is your friend.
Which one did you say is his friend?
Dot.
Dot.
I've been sold out by a lot of friends, using the term loosely.
And let's be honest. I may consider Dot, Falcon, many others friends, but in the end, we all still have our various power dynamics. Everybody uses people for what is needed. So, exactly how much of a friend do you think that Dot considered me? I think that I was tolerable more than others, until it became too much.
There's friend and then there's threat.
I mean, if there's one thing... Never mind, I won't even go there. I just feel like it's, again, pretty bold statement for, one, I'm right here, I can hear you.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying it to you. Because you're the only one that was not with us when this happened, so that you can know.
Well, you, for the most part, know where I was.
Why was it that you said sent those pictures, you set them to a timer, you said, yeah? You didn't send those pictures to me.
Because you guys were saying, firstly, I don't like everybody knowing where I'm at the exact same moment that I'm there.
That's fair.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's some crazy shit that was going down, and I think it's easier if someone were tracking me to think that I'm somewhere else.
Also reasonable.
And you seriously have no reason to suspect that... You have no reason to suspect that your sire might be using you.
I mean...
Wait,
No, what? I mean, she uses me as much as someone uses a really good tool to get information to do certain things, but not using me against you guys.
Are you sure about that? I mean, at this point, I thought I knew where the line was with Dot, and now I have no idea anymore.
Well, I thought there was a lot more trust between all of us, and I don't think that I know that anymore.
I trust you enough to tell you that this happened, as opposed to concealing it from you because she is your sire and your primogen. If there wasn't trust, I wouldn't have told you this.
There's always something else going on. There must be something else going on. There's no way that...
I thought you were smarter than this.
Okay, but look, you guys are walking around with this guy, and he was working directly with Lydia.
But yes, he was. And I had many suspicions. And then he showed up having torched the tabernacle because it was a Sabbat stronghold.
Well, what do you think that Dot's doing right now?
I have absolutely no idea.
Exactly. Sometimes you have to go a roundabout to get things done, and maybe making you think that she was not on your side is part of that. And honestly, I'm a little bit too hungry right now to keep this conversation going, and I'm going to vanish.
Okay.
You have to roll for that,
And-
though.
I will
Yeah.
do it. This one?
It's that.
And I get
Oh,
hungry again.
God.
And so the hunger is clawing at your throat and at the back of your mind, just furious at Anton.
I have another bag in my bag.
You can choose
So
to
as
consume
I'm not gonna go too far, but I'm definitely out. Like, I'm gonna try to get as far away as not to be sensed by this guy, and I'm going to take that other one.
Okay.
The
And so you hear an SUV tires come screeching around the corner as Mark just pulls in, rolls down the window, looking 5 Red Bulls into his evening. He's like, what are we doing?
We're going home, and I'm gonna just open the front door and get in the front
Okay,
seat.
you all seem really calm.
Yep, we're going home.
And
Who
I'm
is that?
gonna pick up Val and go, we're making a pit stop on the way home, but we're going home. And I'm gonna literally go to the trunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the trunk and put him in, and then
What,
I'm gonna to the group. I'm just gonna go.
What happened to him? Oh,
Don't worry.
Mark.
Just don't look at it, Mark.
okay.
It'll heal.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna look at the group and just go.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me 1 second, and my eyes will go black with oblivion sight, and I will turn. I will walk up in front of Hex and make eye contact with her.
I will have started going back into the MARTA. Like,
Yes, I'm literally walking after you until I can't anymore,
okay,
and just going. Come back with us,
sidestepping, going around, looking back to the MARTA.
and I'm stepping back again and just go. If we're going to figure out what actually happened, you have to come back with us.
I need time by myself. I'm going to pick him up and move him out of the way, and I'm going to continue walking.
Okay. And so, Hex, you very quickly disappear into one of the doors that you know the Nosferatu have hidden. And Anton, she is gone.
I'm gonna look around really quick with oblivion sight to see if there's anybody else in this area.
Couple ghosts.
Does Mark have the primogen and stuff like that on his phone?
Yes, and they are all titled after characters either from Golden Girls or Designing Women.
Would this be something I would know before I took his
Yes.
phone from him?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to start texting the primogen and the court immediately
Okay.
from his phone.
Okay. And so, what are you saying to the Primogen and the court?
I'll do a group text to the primogen. Oh God, I don't even know. Found the SI facility, rescued Aaron. More info to share as soon as possible. I'm gonna text Alpha directly and say, we have a major issue, need to talk immediately. And I'm gonna label each of these from me directly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send that out. I'm not gonna send anything to the rest of the court, only Alpha.
Okay. You do not receive a text back from any of them at this time.
Okay.
And so everyone piles into the car. Anton. Oh,
Not yet.
This has been fun. I will see you later, and I'm gonna look around for a camera.
it's Marta. There's not one.
Cool. And I'm going to shift into a bird.
Okay.
And I get a little hungrier, and I just take off. But I'm actually circling above them, and I'm going to follow the SUV.
Okay.
I'll just look at the bird and just go, don't go too far. And I'll drop Oblivion Sight and walk back to, walk back to the car. I am gonna, since I copied my contacts over, pull my regular phone out, and I'm going to text Hex.
Okay.
Don't let us lose you again. Send.
I'm gonna respond with Hawthorne's picture.
You receive a spicy picture of a very well-built man, little hairy with a nice V.
Save. and reply back. Nice. And into the car.
Okay. And so,
And to Mark, I'm gonna literally give him an intersection. It's off of Ponce to stop first. And
Okay.
for the body in the back.
okay. And so Mark does take you to the Ponce location, and you're easily able to put Volley into his home.
Oh no, it's not his home.
Oh.
It's the Chantry.
Okay. You can easily drop Volley into the Chantry.
Yeah, just go wait here. Take him, literally take him out, walk him in, key, open door. I'll fished it out of the duffel bag, and just put him far enough back in, sitting up into a chair, and then leave.
As you're leaving, you can hear the faint voice of Parker go, "The absolute fuck is this?" And
I'm
door
going to
shut.
Yeah, I'll call back later and close it, and then out to the car.
I'm talking to Mark this whole time. I'm showing him the maps as we go, as much as he can watch while he's driving. I'm like basically just telling him everything that happened.
Okay. And Mark the whole time is just like,
Telling him about our escapades before that and
Yeah.
how many bodies there's probably going to be on the
yeah,
ground.
Mark is just like,
I actually am going to
I
stop as
don't
soon
know
as
how to cover that up, Mel, honestly.
There's nothing to do at this point.
Okay.
I actually am going to stop as soon as I get to the door, like, and open it and looking at all of them, just go. As I just realized what the fuck just happened. Proctor is in there. Do you think I need to?
I've already text messaged her and haven't gotten a response back, so I will wait till they all respond to me.
Agreed.
Can we go home?
Yes, please.
I can go home. I'll get in, close the door.
Okay. So you guys take off towards home. Mark is very stressed out, so
See how this drive is.
Higher difficulty.
bumpy. Mark is going fast enough that he's missing plates in until a little too soon, and so you get the chassis might need a little help after this. But he manages to pull up to the house and let you guys out, and he just kind of gets out and he's just stretching. You can tell he's like, sorry, I was very tired. I drank multiple energy drinks. I'm gonna go jogging.
No, go to sleep.
I don't think
No,
you could.
I don't feel right going to sleep right now.
I'm
Also,
going,
I think my heart's gonna explode, so I'm just gonna run.
Yeah,
for a
okay,
little bit.
all right, yeah, go do that.
I'm
all
going
right.
to land on the roof of the SUV at that point.
Oh no.
So you guys see Burb Jackson
Just a large raven, just
while Mark takes off, full dress shirt, tie, and slacks. He's just gonna go do some laps around the house.
It's probably good anyway because if anybody knows where we are, then having somebody on site would be useful. And I'll kick on Oblivion's site again just to see if there's anybody around.
Same haunts.
It's good enough for me.
I thought you were a cat person.
He says to the bird.
oh,
Well, and I'll look Aaron. What did I say?
Yeah. Okay. Can I do that?
You can try.
I'll try later.
You need to rest right now. So I'm going to mom usher him into the door while I'm carrying the designer duffel that's got the map and extra clothes in it.
I'll grab my my bags and just gesture to the bird. We go,
Okay.
Just go inside.
I flap through the doorway.
Can everyone make me wits and awareness?
Of course we can.
You want to go first?
Yeah.
Oh god, I still have this.
Oh, that's a lot.
I still have to set. Okay, that's a lot of dice.
One of the single. Oh, okay.
And also the bird must make you wits and awareness.
I got 2.
Goodness.
Oh, hold 2.
I got 1 and I'm hungrier. Do I need to do?
You don't get hunger off of that.
Oh,
No, that only counts if you have a whole
then I
thing.
got.
7.
6.
Okay.
Bestial.
I'm nowhere near mine. So.
One. I got 2.
Burn a willpower. We're gonna go to bed. just re-roll the 3.
Thomasina's like, what?
Thomasina's had a night, okay?
I got 2. I had 2, so I'm
Fair.
not any better. But
Yes.
I'm not even gonna try to reroll.
Okay.
Don't care that much.
Okay. Thankfully, that's enough for everybody, but Anton and Jackson really hear this. You hear a slight crash from upstairs that sounds like a vase of some kind in the hallway.
And I'm going. We're still in the same scene? No, we're not. Okay, I'll just go upstairs normal.
I'm gonna holler at Mark.
Mark is outside.
Yeah.
He's running.
Running laps.
Right, but did we already make it inside, or we already?
Yeah,
made
you
it,
guys
we
are
made it
inside.
inside,
I
but
see.
Mark is still somewhere outside.
see.
But yeah, I'm just going upstairs
Yeah,
immediately.
I'm going
I'm
to.
going. I land on Anton's shoulder. I'm
Okay.
still a bird.
You go up and you see Pestilence in the hallway, eating some flowers out of a vase he's knocked over.
Which vase did he knock over?
No, no.
One of the very nice ones.
Son of a bitch.
I flap backward off of Anton. Shift. What the fuck?
That's my horse.
Is that normal?
And so the horses look a bit different to you guys now. Pestilence's eyes are less that cloudy, milky, and perfectly pearlized. He looks more solid. He doesn't look as starved. He just looks like a horse. A weird, blind horse.
Why is there a horse upstairs in your house?
You still a bird?
No.
No.
Okay. I will.
Good response.
Like I realize, yeah, valid,
Yeah.
but
I'll look at Pestilence, just sort of make like the teleport hand, and turn to face Jackson and go. There are so many different levels of things that that we'd have to unpack.
Pestilence does not bamf.
Okay.
He walks past you, kind of uses his head to like shove you and give you a and proceeds to go down the stairs,
Yeah.
tripping a little bit.
Yeah, just do that whole like the fuck thing.
just like
I'm gonna watch the horse.
And you're able to touch him.
I'm gonna try to touch him too.
is it cold? Does it
No,
feel
he's
normal?
warm.
There's so many
Feels
layers.
like a normal, regular horse.
There's so many layers of things that if anytime you ask a question of what the hell is that, I guarantee you that the
I
answer
push
is an
past
hour.
literally everybody to go to the shower. Like literally, don't care what's happening. Like push past the horse on my way up the stairs to go to the shower. Like not even.
Yeah, and you can see that Pestilence is struggling a little bit with the stairs, potentially
I'm
frustrated.
watching
that
this.
he's not
Like I've
there.
never seen them go up or down the stairs. They've just been one way or the other every time.
He's a little bit Marilyn Monroeing his way down the stairs.
I'll look over Jackson's shoulder down to Aaron and go,
Marilyn.
do you need to... Boo. Do you need to rest?
Yeah.
Come. And I'll escort Aaron towards his room.
Okay. And Aaron, you get to your room, and you can lay down if you wish.
Just for a bit.
And just
Okay.
like make sure he lays down. They were just continuing to pull from you.
How did you get in? Again, you said there was a door.
You came with us through the door.
I don't remember going through a door.
What do you remember before you were taken?
I remember,
You said the Hyatt and running,
yeah.
but do you remember anything else?
I remember where we went, what we did, but
What was that?
we went to,
Aaron, work with me.
You can recall, but it is spotty.
Work with me.
we went to a oldish building dressed up.
Okay. Do you remember how we were dressed up or why we were dressed up?
No. We were there for a bit and we ran, and that's the last that I can do.
I've gone to my room. There's kind of some shuffling that can kind of be heard. But it's prolonged, and every now and again there's like an angry, just like drawer bang.
There is a note on your end table from Tabitha.
Mm-hmm.
An old note that, you know, as you're shuffling things around, you uncover an old note. And it's probably the last time you remember Tabitha being genuinely kind for no reason at all. She had sent you a card on your actual birthday. And it just says, "You always make me proud. No strings attached. Love, Tabitha."
There's one really loud bang.
Rest, Aaron. I'll put my hand on his shoulders. We'll work this out soon. We'll figure out what they did to you, okay? And as my hand's on his shoulder and I'm looking straight at him, I'm going to scry the soul to see if I can get any idea of if they did anything more to him, why he can't remember things.
Okay. Make me the appropriate rolls.
Yep, I do not get hungrier. 6 critical.
Okay. And remind me what information that should give you.
So what it gives me, I'm going to pull that full list again. The aura and psyche, the emotional state of the subject.
He is exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about him feels very chaotic and muddy. And wrong.
Wrong?
Wrong in the sense of when you can tell something is very wrong
Okay.
with your friend. He's off more than the last time you got him. He's under extreme stress.
Okay, he doesn't feel wrong. He feels like something is wrong.
Yes,
Okay.
but he feels like the current state that he is in is the worst condition you've seen him in.
Okay. I also get whether the subject is vampire, werewolf, ghoul, another supernatural creature.
Unable to discern.
Influence of blood sorcery or other magic.
Yes.
If they've committed diablerie in the last year.
No.
And then, because critical, something unexpected as determined by you.
There is a lot that you can detect that last time when a lot of experiments were done on Aaron, you could kind of sense the, not necessarily scent, but more or less the sheer amount of liquids and serums that have been injected to him did permeate from him.
Mm-hmm.
This time, that is amplified. Whatever happened to him over the 16 hours is far worse than what happened last time, and there is a lot of things kind of radiating off him medically, like kind of how when you walk into a hospital and that smell hits you. It's just a lot coming off from Aaron that you figured that's why your results from him are probably coming off pretty muddy. He is probably full of a lot more serums than last time.
It's still jarring though to
Yes.
with how much I can dive in to still have such confusion. So I'm just sort of like kind of like furrowing my brow looking at him after I said all that.
Are you okay?
A lot has happened.
Where did Hex go?
I don't know. But I hope that she'll be back soon. Rest, okay? Now walk out and I'm gonna close the door. And since I probably hear the shower running for Mel, I'm going to walk over to Thomasina's
I'm
room.
also standing right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at you and like head over towards my head jerked over towards Thomasina's door and go over that way.
I have Mark's phone in the bathroom with me, just
Okay.
FYI. I took his phone. It's mine now. In the little
Pestilence
bag.
is laying on the couch now.
Oh my God.
Downstairs.
War is outside the window, and Mark is petting War.
Okay. We're still upstairs at this point, I think.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so
But
just like...
for anybody who can see out of a window,
Yeah.
you can see Mark just sitting out there going,
Yes, I just jerk my head towards Thomasina's door to Jackson and walk that way. And I'll knock on Thomasina's door.
I'm not going to answer.
okay.
I'll come out of the shower at that point. In a towel. Much, much happier. Or at least much cleaner. And I have his phone in my hand. I'm heading back to my room.
Okay.
I was looking. Okay. I'm going to knock on Thomasina's door again as Mel goes by us. When you have a minute.
You know where I'll be. I'm going to point to my room.
Still no response.
Mm-mm.
I cover my hand over the handle for a second and then just walk downstairs.
Okay.
I follow you.
Mhm.
What's wrong with him? I saw your face.
One of my talents is being able to read people.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And maybe it is the level of things that they did to him, because it certainly came off much stronger than the last time. But whatever happened to him, I was able to read so much about him, and critical pieces were missing.
Well, like, so 2 questions. First of all, like, what? And secondly, you said that, or he told me, he got the La Sombra abilities from them the first time.
Yes.
So, what's he gonna wake up with this time?
He claimed that all they did was take, but he feels like there's more. And I don't know if he remembers what they did to him. Whatever it is, it's enough that
Great.
Whatever it is, it's enough I can't read him as anything in particular.
Great.
I can usually read we are we, the wolves are the wolves. There's only been one time I have not had any fucking idea what I was looking at, and that was not a pleasant experience. This was different. This was different. This was just utter confusion.
You're fucked.
I will come downstairs in a Obama 2012 t-shirt and circa 1996 pajama pants that still fit.
Okay.
I actually am coming back to the house on the motorcycle.
Okay.
So I don't know how quiet that's going to be.
It's going to be quite loud.
Not.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to ride up and park, but I'm going to be in unseen passage ever after that and go in and up to my room without speaking to anybody.
Okay, so you guys did hear Hex's motorcycle pull up. And
Fuck
Did anybody close the door behind us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure we did.
Okay. No. It's a motorcycle, and there's some options, but
Leave or be. So you wanted to talk?
I was.
And I kind of like shuffle my way in between him and Jackson. I put my back to Jackson.
And I just leave.
As I was telling, I'll point over her shoulder towards the departing Jackson. As I was telling Jackson, whatever they did to Aaron, they did so much more than he understands, to the point where my ability to process what he is, what happened to him, is distorted. He doesn't even read as one of us right now. It just is a muddle of things. But there is trauma, and there is more in him than the last time we found him. So I don't know what they did to him or to what extent.
Would you be able to taste what they did to him? I don't like to suggest that, but Obviously with his consent. Obviously.
When I tried the blood from the bag that he drank from, it just tasted synthetic. It tasted.
But
not-
his blood may taste of whatever it is they pumped him with. Right? I'm just...
Possibly. I could, if he gave consent, I could give it a try, but maybe it'll at least give me a better sense of what happened with him. But
It's concerning, certainly, and I can at least run what information I know Mark might have about anything through him, since I know he did some recon on the SI stuff, but I think for now we just need to let Aaron rest and recuperate and revisit this when he has had a moment to regenerate his strength.
we need to be cautious.
No kidding, and I'm going to point over my shoulder to wherever Jackson is at right now.
Oh, out the back.
There's nobody there anymore. But
Yeah, but he's gonna know who the hell
If
I
you
was
go out the
pointing
back
at.
door, you do see Mark petting a horse.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna walk over there.
Yeah, Mark is a little wired, but very happy petting the horse.
As while he may also be the reason we wound up in this situation, he's the only reason that we got through it.
I think that the strength of two over 200-year-old vampires and a very powerful Tremere would have been just fine, if you ask me.
We didn't even know where to find them.
Well, I do not trust him. I do not like him. I do not want him in this house as often as possible. But I don't see that I'm going to have much of a choice in that.
I'm gonna open my door at that moment.
We're downstairs, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna yell, "Send up Jackson!
You just missed him.
Send him up!"
And
We're gonna shut
from
the door
down
again.
here, you guys can see that he's out back with
Yeah.
Mark and a horse.
I'll look. I'm just gonna whistle.
Fucking Christ. Just
Okay.
nod at Mark and walk back. Like,
Mark's like, what? Okay, bye.
yeah. What?
She wants to speak to you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Have
Will
fun.
Will you head up to
Yeah.
Thomasina's room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just as he goes up the stairs to Mel, we have very limited resources to deal with this, and frankly, we need all of the ones that we can get.
I will never trust him.
As you may find, as I have found, trust changes. I'll just watch him go up the stairs.
Laughing to myself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so, Jackson, you get to Thomasina.
Come in. And there's like a couple of things that are scattered, but there is a suitcase on the bed. And I just say, what do I do?
Okay. It's about redistribution.
Yep.
So you're pulling from one place to put it in another, essentially.
Okay.
So, more practically than I showed you earlier, I will make the rouse check and hopefully not get hungrier. I do.
Okay. What hunger are you at now?
3.
Okay.
Storyteller, can I get up from my bed and just look around the room for a few minutes?
Yeah.
And then at the end, I'm going to crack my door open and just lay back down in bed.
Okay.
So, for example, okay, I will make the appropriate roll. That's a messy critical
All right.
with 9 success.
Whatever you
Okay.
do is gonna look crazy.
So, and I'm going to just start extending bone plates out of my skin, growing armor.
Okay. And it hurts pretty bad. At a messy crit, it's going a little too fast. It's not as focused.
So, You can do a lot of stuff. Weapons, armor, change your appearance.
I just want this to go away.
That specifically?
Yes.
Think about what you looked like before and just push it back.
Like,
Yep.
So, Thomasina, I will need you to make me a rouse check.
mhm.
And as you're being instructed, you will not need to make any additional rolls.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of press down a
And
little bit.
you feel there's some resistance at first, but then as you focus, you can feel the bones begin to move and the skin press, and you can feel it start to go back.
Mhm.
It's kind of like when the silly putty is dried out.
Yeah.
It just takes a minute to knead it back to where it can be used.
Mm.
But as you focus a bit more, and with Jackson kind of guiding you, you do manage to push your cheekbones back into place.
How did it happen before? Did I do something?
Do you sleep with your head in your hands?
I guess.
Yeah. I was taught how to do it immediately, so I don't know. It was probably from the girl you downed.
Yeah, I figured that much.
So, it's easy to control. It hurts. It's easier to just change it back. You can heal it. The first time it was done to me, it took me a week to get back to normal.
This is not something that I've known a lot of other gangrel can do.
It's not a gangrel trick.
Yeah.
I learned it from Lydia.
What else did you learn from her?
Hate, but that's a story for a different day. Also some other stuff I'm not getting into.
Are you going to share any of that with the rest of the coterie?
No, that's just for when I kill her. The only useful thing I learned, I've already told you or shown you.
I don't want to stay.
Stay here. Why?
I don't know. Much more than the fact that my life has depended on a lot of people that aren't me for a while. And I am a little tired of that. And I'm a little tired of the number of different ways that we're being used and pushed around. And I am in need of a break. Will you be sure to share something with them? Anything that you know?
Sure. Can I give you some advice?
I wonder if you can.
As I said, yesterday, I'm a lot older than I said I was when you first met me.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent most of that not able to rely on anyone else or having anyone else I could rely on. And the being used and all of that doesn't stop.
I'm aware.
Okay. But it gets a lot harder when you're by yourself. So, I guess my advice is don't go so far that you can't reach back out if you need to.
Oh, that's never been a problem for me.
Okay.
Well,
Because in the 30 some odd years that I was by myself, it would have been nice to have a friend. And I only had one for the last 5 years.
I am in a very different shape than I was, no matter how I try. And I am in need of some ability to just rely on myself again, and it's going to take some time. to learn what that needs to be. I know that your particular inclination is to destroy something that tried to destroy me, and I trust that fully. I'm not going to be alone for long, and I'm not going away for long. Thank you for your assistance.
Mm-hmm. One more piece of free advice. Changing your appearance is easy.
I didn't like that. I've kept this everything for a very long time. I've kept my name. I've kept a lot. I'd like to do that as much as possible, and I'm a little overwhelmed. So, I will be in Pontevedra. I'll be back. And I'm just going to write down Pontevedra on a sheet. I'm going to leave it on the nightstand, and I'm going to start heading downstairs with my suitcase.
Okay.
I think we're still in like the living room area.
I'm going to try and get by without being seen.
You can from the staircase. The staircase feeds directly to the front door.
Okay, I'm going to head to the garage to see if Mark is still there.
Mark is kind of leisurely strolling around the house now, but you do see him.
I'm just going to ask him if he has a minute to get me to the King and Queen Towers.
Yeah. Is there business I need to be aware of?
No, I just am out a phone and a few other resources, and I need to make sure
shit,
that
that's
I have.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take you. It's fine. I assume everybody's resting.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get you. Come on.
Yeah, I'll just plop my stuff in the car.
He gets in. He's trying to be courteous. He's like, "Do you need anything?"
No.
Okay.
You're fine, Mark.
Okay.
We're going to be heading to the airport after that.
The airport.
Yeah, you might not be needed for that. I can probably get another ride from the tower. Don't worry about it.
Is something happening?
It's just me. Don't worry about it. You can talk to them when you get back.
Okay. And he gets into the car and he starts driving you. And there's silence for a little bit. But then he goes, "Can I ask a question?"
Mm-hmm.
And I promise I won't repeat the answer.
Mm-hmm.
You're running away, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It's not for long.
That wasn't what I asked.
Ground is not just the place that you're used to. And I need perspective. And I can't see anything from where I am right now. I can't see anything clearly, and I need that perspective. So,
I understand.
yeah,
Mind if I say something, though?
go on.
The perspective that you think you're gonna get, you won't. Because in the end, or I guess end is kind of a relative term for all of you,
Yeah.
and you do see a morose nature come over him. He says, in the end, the only perspective you gain by running away is that you ran away. And that's all you'll remember that you did.
And I've done it before.
That doesn't mean you should do it again.
I have no idea what else I can do for them. I have no idea what else I could possibly give them. I have no idea what support there is at this point. And I think at best, what I need is what is important. And what I need is some space.
All due respect, and I'm new to these things, so feel free to tell me I'm a completely stupid ghoul. You're a harpy. Your job is to change hearts and minds and be the influence. You're the, what are they, the Instagram models of this world, but for better reasons. Sounds to me like the thing you can offer is, honestly, the chance to save everybody from all this bullshit. You just gotta know where to put the right words.
It's assuming that we were in a normal Camarilla.
You weren't in a normal Camarilla to begin with, from my understanding.
That's what I mean.
So if the rules didn't matter in the first place, why do you care about them now? I'm not saying don't run away. I've done my share of it. But I'm saying you're gonna regret it, and there is so much more that you can offer. Maybe running away will give you time to think about it.
That's where I'm going.
Don't go too far.
Nowhere's too far. Not for me.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're gonna miss you, and they're not gonna understand. Not the way you think they will.
I just need to understand right now. They have their own problems. I have mine, and I need to tend to those right now.
And he just nods and continues driving you to the airport in silence. Or to the King and Queen
Yeah.
Tower. And when he pulls up, before you get out, he just reaches over and holds onto your hand and squeezes it for a second. And in perfect French, he tells you, don't quit just before a miracle. And he just lets go and nods goodnight to you.
And I'm going to go inside and I'm going to head up to Tabitha's office.
Okay. And you easily head up to Tabitha's office.
Mm.
And she's just there working.
Mm.
She's got Real Housewives of Atlanta on TV. She says, Thomasina, I was not expecting to see you tonight. Is something wrong?
Have you checked your phone?
I haven't. I confess this is a marathon and I have been very engrossed in it.
Do you know where we were?
No. And
Check
she
it.
grabs her phone and pulls it up. And it just drops from her hands onto the table and you see her hand shaking. Mia. You're safe? As much as you know?
I'm here.
We know that does not always mean safe.
The coterie's going to need a little bit more support, obviously. Have you heard anything from Dot?
No, she texted me about the marathon and she sent me a very funny picture of a fat frog with a very tiny butt and she put Falcon's face on the butt. It was very funny. But no, was she hurt?
I assume she's fine. She certainly wasn't with us. But she did send me colorful, or she didn't send me something, sorry. She sent Anton a Careful Who You Trust right before we ended up right there in the SI facility. As we were being, I don't know if you were aware of this, blood hunted by Sabat after Bishop Lydia was the one who called it out.
I was not aware of this, but that does sound right.
And
for
you
the Sabat.
haven't heard from your secretary in a little while, have you?
No.
No.
She called in for tonight.
Did she?
Or last night. I don't know. She kind of comes and goes on her own.
Don't suppose you've been curious about why?
No, everyone comes and goes from this building quite freely.
Huh. She was, awfully close with the bishop.
Shit.
Don't worry. She's gone now. More or less.
For that, I thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to lock down the building?
No, not yet. You might need to get a couple things together to make sure that you are as individually protected as possible. I cannot guarantee that the other Primogen have our best interest in mind. And as I said, the shepherds may need some more support for a little while. I am bound for home for a little while.
We all can use a taste of home, I understand.
I will, however, require a phone. A number of things were lost in the hubbub.
I have a spare 1 second, and she reaches into one of her drawers and just pulls out like a little flip phone.
And who gave you that?
This is one of the standard ones from Dot.
I'll find another one.
Given what you have said, you would like a human phone.
For now. Yes.
I'll make sure that you can pick one up from the security desk.
Thank you.
We have plenty of confiscated ones. I just confiscate them sometimes for fun.
It's wise.
Do you want to use the panic room? Safe place to hide.
It's tempting.
I won't tell anyone you're here. It's up to you. I understand wanting to see home. I also understand the fear of going too far. Away.
And she's just kind of too frenetic at the moment. And she's going to just nod. Yeah.
And Tabitha is going to walk over to the very nice carpeted walls and slide a couple panels on the chair railing, and a door pops out that you are familiar with. And Tabitha just covers her eyes and walks away and walks towards her bedroom, just kind of saying over her shoulder, "Whatever decision you make, it has no difference for me."
I'm just gonna... What exactly is in the panic room again?
It's a fully fleshed out 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, but with steel. They're decorated so that it doesn't look like it, but you remember from when the tower was on fire that it's a completely safe, steel-walled, firewalled panic room.
Okay. And I'm going to get back just onto the bed, and I'm going to continue just kind of probing my face a little bit, and then just kind of feeling for like where things are a little bit different. Is there a mirror in there as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all the comforts of home.
And I'm going to go up to the mirror, and I'm going to start to just kind of play just with the eyebrows for a little bit, and just to see.
You're able to give yourself a nice arch.
Never in life. And I'm just going to play with that for a little while, and it's frankly going to drive me absolutely out of my mind. I'm going to just crawl back in the bed.
Okay. But with your level of familiarity for your face, you are able to set it back exactly as it was before, and you don't feel any discernible difference. And when you stop focusing on pushing, everything stays exactly as it was. And now that you understand it and have more control over it, you get the idea that accidents probably won't happen again.
I'm still just going to full burrito. Like, no one else is looking, so I'm just going to keep myself safe for a little while.
Okay. Now, let's jump back to a little earlier in the night. Aaron, you receive a text message from Alpha to meet you at the masquerade from the phone that you found in Sirius's stash. What are you going to do with this information?
Can I text back to Alpha and say, how's progress on the rescue?
There is no response. It just seemed to be a general blast message, come meet at the masquerade.
Okay. I will... in the fridge, leave a note where we usually keep the blood bags. And,
so you are not in the home. but you can leave a note where you are.
Just where I am.
Okay.
And just say I'm headed to the masquerade.
Okay. And so you head towards the masquerade. How are you choosing to get there?
I will. Sybil was with me last.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just ask her if she can just do a quick call for a taxi.
Okay.
And
she-
then,
yeah.
before she heads over to Alejandro's, just wave her goodnight.
Yeah. And she is able to get you a taxi.
Gotcha.
And so you get in the taxi, head towards the masquerade, they pull into the parking deck, let you out. And you make your way into the alley. It's empty, it's dark, it's an off night.
Yeah.
But you can hear voices coming from Purgatory, the smaller place. And there's not anyone else here, so that's probably where they are.
Okay, I'll head straight in.
Okay. As you walk in, you hear Alpha talking. Yes, I know. I told Mooney about it, and she didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, and I can't say I blame her, honestly. I told Aaron what I had to calm his little heart down, but we're not busting in there half-cocked. We'll set up surveillance of the area, but until we have any idea what's down there, not a single one of you is to go anywhere near that building, all right? They already took out one SI facility, so either one problem solves itself or the other. Either the SI goes down or the Shepherds do. As he says that, you can see that on the other side of him in this room, you have Elijah, Georgina, Falcon, flanked by 4 women you only vaguely remember.
Mm-hmm.
And they look up to see you, and Alpha turns around. Well, you are not Cirrus. What are you doing here?
Hi, Gramps.
Hey.
What was that about not rescuing my coterie?
Aaron, there's a lot that you don't understand, and I am going to need you to learn when you need to step back.
They're not just my coterie, they work for you.
And if you want me to behave like a real prince right now, I'd drag him out of there to kill him myself.
But you're not a real prince, are you?
And that's why I'm letting them sort it themselves.
I'm gonna look around the room at the other Primogen.
Falcon would be the other Primogen, and Elijah and Georgina are trying not to make eye contact with you. Falcon's 4 women beside her staring straight at you, not even making a qualm about it. Falcon is kind of looking at you, but kind of looking down.
I can't. I'll do it myself if I have to.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. I'm gonna start walking away.
Aaron, if you're going to be a problem, I'm going to have to stop you.
Problem?
And you feel a sharpness radiate from your chest as your body begins to slow down. And you catch eyes with Elijah, who is now holding you, kind of catching you and letting you ease down, holding a small stake into your chest. You had barely even noticed him move. And he looks regretful, really sad. And as everything starts to kind of freeze around you, he just kind of mouths, "I'm sorry."
As best as I can, I'm gonna spit back at him.
You try, but your mouth can't form it.
I just collapse.
And that is where we are going to leave the story for this week. Thank you all so much for joining us. We love you very much. Take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you next week. Bye.